Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Yep.
We ready? Hey. What's going on? We got Let's Talk Love in the deep end today, y'all. So that's right. We tuning in into the, what we say, sultry, the spiciest, the hottest station, period. Hot 702.5. Period. And y'all ready to talk love? You ready to talk love?
I'm ready always to talk love.
All right.
I got my L.
So, we here to talk about real life matters of the heart and to fill your cup and with some solution based and leave your soul probably overflowing a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, but get a little bit of the hate out, put a little bit of the love in. We got to start to funnel that cup. So, and this is also a place where love meets beauty. So I am Mizz Love Doctor and my beautiful co-host,
Beauty on the beat.
Right. Thank y'all for tuning in. So, of course, I was inspired by the one and only Norman J. in Liverpool. Is he the fourth? The fourth. Yes. I be trying to make sure I get his introduction right. But you know what? I had to say, you know what? We have to give some love to our sponsors as well. Because even though we're our only sponsors, I think it's important to shed light on the fact that we are pouring into our dream, you know, regardless if anybody believe in it or not. Like, if anybody's following us or not. Like, we pouring into our dream every month. So, our first sponsor is Beauty on the Beat. Always keeping you know on point.
On beat.
And of course we got Keys Royalty House of Love. This is the house where love resides and love is the key. So yeah, be sure to comment, love, share, call in. You know, we like to hear from you. 702-551-5261. We do have a disclaimer, which is this is a safe space, no judgment, honesty is our only policy, and always please be respectful and keep it classy. So we got a guest of love today. So do I add? I know she said to add her, right? Boom. Are we on there?
No, I think you click on the button. Click on the button.
Which one?
The picture of her.
Her picture. Adds a string.
Hey.
Okay. Hello. Hey. So we got a lovely guest of love today. We got the beautiful Miss Nakara Forget.
Hey.
What's going on?
Y'all
What are we
hear me
supposed to say? We
Welcome.
can hear you.
Okay.
You ready?
Welcome you. Welcome me. Welcome.
I like it.
That's how you welcome. So let me give y'all a little intro about who we have here. We have a gem. This woman is pure talent. She's an artist, a curator, and a youth worker. The author of 7-Day Grief Journal for hip hop lovers that navigates various kinds of grief through writing therapy. And I am pissed off because I left mine in the car. I definitely brought it to show it, and it's in the car. So, yeah, it's dope. And she's also the creator and facilitator of the Deep End Challenge, a six-week program that equips Black women and girls with the tools to swim mentally and emotionally. What's up, baby girl? How are you?
Wow.
I choose to be well. How are you?
I choose to be well.
like how
It's a
she
choice,
said that.
right? It's definitely a choice. So, I always make sure I check on my friend, see how she's doing this week. Check everybody' energy, make sure everybody's great. So, was your week good or?
I choose to say that it was good. I like that. I like that. Like you can't focus
Like
on
I
the,
woke
yeah.
up with the choice to feel good. Like it feels good to feel good sometimes. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So yeah, and your week was good as well.
It is. It is. Yeah.
It's because it's still going, huh?
I
But
mean,
it's like
sporadic.
we're week to week, so we Wednesday to Wednesday at this show. So.
Okay.
But so today we're gonna be talking about the deep end, and which is the power of healing, right? So life definitely gets deep for us, and we must know how to swim. You know, growing up in the hood, a lot of us we miss that opportunity, and even being taught how to swim, or less known to be around or get in the pool. People have a whole pool party. Everybody standing around the pool. Ain't nobody in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people is scared of the water. You know what I mean? So you be like, I ain't playing. If you get in the water, you might splish splash over in the shallow end. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can stand up.
Yeah.
That's what I be saying. Well, how tall is it? How deep is it so I can stand up?
And then
And,
we're short, so that don't help.
It don't help. Well, not short. We just not tall as everybody else.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, right? So tell us a little bit about the Deep End Challenge. Let us know what that's all about.
Yeah, so Deep End Challenge was inspired by a song that I wrote called Deep End. And when I wrote it, I really wrote it for me. I didn't expect everybody else to like love it as much as they resonated with it. It was one of them ones I was just like, okay, y'all just don't have to deal with it. But it really hit home for a lot of people, even men. And it talks about the parallels between Black women not knowing how to swim and drowning mentally and emotionally. So, like, you knew I couldn't swim when you met me. You knew I had these problems. You know I had daddy issues. You knew I was impatient. You know I had an attitude.
You knew this.
You knew these things. And so you don't get to jump out of the pool when it no longer suits you. And so I created a program.
Baby.
Yeah, that was a lot of words right there.
That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm a lyricist at heart, so
That was heavy.
I felt it.
Yeah, no wonder everybody
get
can
to just
resonate with it
jump out.
because that's the whole thing. Like people so quick to jump out. Like I made me think about Eddie Murphy, like too hot in the hot tub. You know,
like no, you wanted this heat.
you wanted to see if it was hot.
You're gonna sweat. You wanted this heat, you're gonna sweat. And so while I was shooting promo for the song, my homegirl, the videographer, was like, "Do you know how to swim?" And I was like, "Actually, no." And she was like, "You should like teach other girls how to swim." And I'm like, "You're right." So I contacted the Minneapolis Park Board and connected with a Black swim coach. Shout out to Deanna Smith. And yeah, I created a whole curriculum around like the mental blockages that we have and like connecting them with the principles of swimming. And so we have like the workshop portion where we talk about love and relationships and like our traumas and issues. And then we kind of relate those to swimming. And I think just from the response that I've gotten, it's helped a lot of Black women and girls learn how to better swim because we're not just diving in the pool or like, you know, approaching it from a less culturally relevant perspective. We're talking about like why we don't like to get our hair wet and you know what I'm saying? The other nuances that go along with being a Black woman in a pool. And so I've had like 3 successful cohorts. Right now, I'm working on a larger year-long contract with the park board. And yeah, it's been super succccessful.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Like that
When
is
your
crazy
birthday?
amazing.
December 26th. I'm a Capricorn.
Period. It's always. I feel like 95% of our guests have been Capricorns.
And you know what it is, Cause
And
we
you know,
connect.
like we be chatting with the Caps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just a few days before you.
Nice.
I knew it. I already knew it.
I was hearing your story and how we like to put things into like other things. Does that make sense? Like we like to put it like to make it where it makes sense to other people. Like I like to put mines in stories, like the way that I say a thing. So I really liked how you made it like relevant to, hey, something that is not necessarily talked about, meaning like swimming, like, you know.
It's made fun of, if anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't swim? You say I can't swim. I hate when somebody repeat it. Like, I just said I couldn't swim. Why you have to repeat it?
But you got us like learning some deep stuff that we really need to uncover.
You have to get into that cut, because if it's wide open, it's going to get infected. It's going to get nasty. So if you don't deal with it when you need to deal with it, that's why I always use the analogy. We just bleeding out all over everybody. Like we spewing all kinds of venom and pus and all kinds of nasty shit up out of your wound that you refuse to mend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely can hear that. The Capricorn in her, because I mean our businesses, everything kind of pretty much aligns.
It's helping.
For sure.
It's all on the healing thing. So once you gave me the book, I'm jumping ahead. We gonna get to that. So, but you pretty much told us basically what the inspiration was behind it, right? So before I ask how can girls sign up, what did you get out of it? Like the healing portion of it. Like what did you receive? Like once you kind of because we have to do the work too. Yeah. Like as a coach, like I have to do the work, because I can't come in completely broken trying to help somebody else. It's never gonna work like that. So you putting yourself through it, like after you learned how to swim, like how did you
I think I had to. It helped me with my imposter syndrome. I'll say that, because I had to recognize that this is something that I'm called to. And just because I'm healing doesn't mean that I'm not healed, right? Just because I'm learning doesn't mean that I can't be an educator. And so really just recognizing the progress within myself to even be able to create and deliver something like this was dope for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like good.
So, y'all know we got to talk about love, right? We got to bring love up, because that's what this is all about, the ghetto. You can't tell the love doctor that love is ghetto, because it's not ghetto. People are ghetto.
Love is beautiful.
People that don't know how to love is ghetto. People that are broken is ghetto. People who always want to jump out the water, they're ghetto as hell. But they were taught how to be ghetto. So, like the girl I was just talking to before this, I said, she's like, I told her about my dating game show. And I was like, you single? She was like, yeah. And she was like, nah, I don't want to just hook up. Like, I could get one of these tourists from the Palms if I just want to hook up with somebody. I said, let me tell you something. You don't know my name, but I'm prescribing real love. Like, I'm literally trying to make love connections. I said, so I'm not hooking people up. That's not what I'm doing. It's a game show, and it's going to be fun, but we making real life love connections. I said, so anybody who goes through the process, they're going to tell me so much about them. Because if you don't know the answers to these questions, you are not a contestant.
Come on.
And you have to. It's a love assessment that you have to complete. Then I'll compare them and see who's most compatible. Why would I just be pulling just because it's not a raffle? Yeah. So she was like, girl, email me.
Oh, now you intrigued.
Email me. Her other friend was like, I'm married, but I'm excited. I said, oh, I got something for you too. So
let us know.
I got something for you too. She was like, I never even thought about that. I was like, girl, I said, because like I said, we all are afraid of what we're afraid of. So we make love this bad thing when love is not the bad thing. It's all our negative, toxic shit that we got going on that taints love, and people use love as a defense mechanism. People use love as to bait, you know what I mean, to bait you in. People use love for all kinds of reasons besides what it's really meant to be.
Yeah.
Like you'll use love as a business deal. Why? But is it? Yeah. But is it? But I don't listen to a whole lot of rap unless it really makes sense to me, and I had to take a listen because, you family. I was like, let me see what she's talking about. Baby, I hit that download button.
Did you?
Okay. It comes through. I love it. Yeah. Like when my thing is on shuffle and and then I'll be like, and even the beat, I'm like, who is this? Because mainstream music. So I'm like, who is this I done downloaded? And then I hear your voice. I'm like, I knew this is so nice. So once I listen, you know what I mean? I had to look up the definition of love hangover. Like, what does it mean, right?
Let me know.
So, a love hangover is a powerful force to be reckoned with. That was me. But this is the definition that I found. In love, a hangover, your brain rids of something of all the feelings of a relationship, and you feel so much better for it afterwards.
You feel good. Like
You're ridding yourself from and your brain. No, your brain rids
wow.
itself of all of the feelings of a relationship. Right? So then I was like, well, let me see what hangover by itself means. A severe headache or other effects after caused by drinking an excessive amount of alcohol or thing that has survived from the past. You see how they threw that or at the bottom? Like, or something that has survived
Or
from the past? I'm like, okay. I'm like, so severe and survival and brain and ridding. That's what jumps out to me. You know what I'm saying? So you're curing yourself from a severe heartache.
Yeah.
Yes.
That hangover. Wow.
Yes.
She always, and that's what I love about her when she talks about the definition.
I have to understand things.
She'll pull out a definition, like let me just get the definition of it. Let me just, because my definition.
Probably every one of our shows I've broken down the definition.
I love that.
We broke down love. We broke down relationships. I still got to wrap my head around that. We did that one live, and that was pretty dope because people was just running me words, running me the definitions. It was kind of dope. But
we thought love was an action word, but it had a whole bunch of other stuff in it. We like, wow, okay.
So what is your definition of a love hangover?
Well, y'all can already see I kind of like comparing and metaphors. And so for me, I feel like in relationship, when you kicking it and you having fun and it's all good, you loving it, you vibing. And it's the same thing with liquor, right? When you drinking, you kicking it, it's lit, right? And then you do too much, you drink too much, and then it's like you sick. You don't want to do it no more. You ever had them
weighing your body down?
You're weighing your body down. You ever had them nights you be like, I'm never drinking again? Like, you ever been with somebody and you be like, I don't know if I want to love again. And so that's where I was at when I dropped the first love hangover.
Ooh.
Like, this was fun at first, but now it's made me sick. Now I don't know if it's beneficial for me anymore. I don't know if it's healthy for me anymore.
Wow.
But it started off good. I was having a good time.
Real good. Kicking it. Big kicking it. What about you?
I don't know if I've had a love hangover before. No, yes,
What
I
would
have.
be your definition?
Oh, my definition of a love hangover, I mean, basically what I've just learned from it is that, like when you're giving something your all, and it no longer serves you or it doesn't feel good, kind of like, when you do get drunk. I smoke, so if you smoke too much and you don't like that feeling of like, hey, I'm just coasting through, because smoking can just help you just not give a fuck about anything. You're masking what you're feeling. Same things with being drunk. So having a hangover is just that feeling of that when you throw up and you have like that green stuff because it's just so much that you've given.
That stomach lining?
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Oh my
Like I have nothing else to give.
Yes, because you didn't ingest anything.
And you're dehydrated.
You didn't drink. Lord. You didn't do any of those things, but you wanted to party with this person and then they fucked you over. So yeah, that to me is a love hangover. What is yours?
I would think too, like if there is, I feel like it's not something that was to the point of it made me sick, right? But if this person didn't fulfill the needs that we needed to fulfill, and you basically like deliberately put me into a place of like a heartbreak or a heartache, or like I gave you my heart, and you didn't fumble it right. So this hangover, I have to cure myself. I have to heal myself. Like, regardless of, like, I could use the saying I'm sick too, but like at this point, like, I've given you something that's so precious that, and you fumbled it. You didn't take care of it. So now this hangover, I have to like cure myself of this whole love episode that really probably wasn't what it was or could have been, or you know what I mean? Whatever the situation may have it. So, you know, you gotta heal that heart. So, what do y'all think is the best way to get over a love hangover?
Some soup. Nah.
What's that stuff you took me to get? Pho.
Yeah. But food is mine. That's what I'm gonna say.
I mean, if that works.
I don't know if I've found the best way to get over it. I mean, for me, music, creating, having an outlet, just not running from it, not shying away from it.
Right.
Letting yourself feel what you feel.
Just go ahead and stand 10 toes down in it, huh?
Yeah.
I think for me, and it's probably not effective, but it is effective, is out of sight, out of mind. I can't get away from how I feel about the situation. So I'm just going to have to face it. But I prefer to like hit it dead on and just let's be done with it and not drag it on. Because now if we dragging it on, that's like either we in or out. Like, I don't really know how to do both. You know what I'm saying? So once we say this is it, for me to start to heal and get over this thing, I need to go ahead and just do my thing. We don't need to see each other. None of that. Like, I've literally done that before.
And that was a major part of the hangover portion of my story, is that we were dragging it. We were doing the back and forth. It was like, you know it's over, but you keep going back and indulging, and well, maybe we can.
But nothing is changing.
Nothing is changing, and it's actually getting worse. Because I know better, and I'm not doing better.
Yeah, just dragging it out, like, for whatever your selfish reasons is. But my whole thing is too is like, if I'm gonna do something, like, I don't want to dwell on what I'm doing. Like, you're doing it, you making this choice right now. So either you gonna consider yourself dumb, or you just doing it because clearly this is what the fuck you wanted to do, because you're going to do it.
See,
if you didn't want to do, I'm a super dweller, but this is how I have to talk to myself.
Yeah.
Like, you made this choice, you went over there, you did what you did because you wanted what you wanted. Period. Like, don't be so hard on yourself to the fact that, like, that's a choice that you made. So you got to just stand on that shit and just keep it pushing, because you probably going to make the choice again. And what you going to say the next time you make the choice? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so we going to go ahead and we going to listen to a little bit of the Love Hangover. Y'all want to partake? Would you like to introduce your song?
Sure. What song do I sing? You deep in?
I'm going to do Love Hangover 2.
Love Hangover 2? Okay. Well, I don't know which song off Love Hangover 2, but I will kind of give you a synopsis of Love Hangover 2. Love Hangover 2 was more of me owning my part in the Love Hangover. So I feel like Love Hangover 2, there's a lot more accountability. There's a lot more self-reflection, a lot more healing. Whereas the first time it was like, you hurt me, you had me messed up.
Okay.
And
like, fuck you.
The second one, absolutely. I didn't know if we could cuss. You had me fucked up.
This is a grown-up show.
The second one was more like, okay, how did I allow you to have me fucked up? How did I have you fucked up in the process? Where did I make the mistakes? And so, yeah.
So I have both on my phone. So I have both Love Hangovers. So you want to pick?
I want you to pick your favorite song, whichever you like the most.
It's some intros that I like. Like, it's a couple things. Because I'll be like, okay, you know, because I'll be becoming kind of deep, because it makes sense, right?
Well, it's Wednesday, and I have this thing I do called Be Well Wednesday. And I just dropped a video for my song Be Well. So let's listen to that.
Let's do Be Well.
I'm excited.
See how right in. You feel like you want a glass of wine, even though I don't drink wine, so I'll drink something else.
Searching outside of myself.
I can,
Never
but I'm
found what
not
I
like
was
a
looking
wine
for.
drinker.
Knocking and picking on locks. All I needed was an open door. I had to switch up the route. On the path for my greater good. Tired of repeating myself. Explaining shit that should be understood. But you can't hear me cause you don't aim to. You can't feel me, you're in pain too. You're so comfortable being uncomfortable. Switch my lens up, change my angle. Am I my best self when I'm with you? If that's a question, then I don't need you. So I didn't leave you, I left parts of me that could not serve me for my next journey. Fear is a hell of a drug. It have you thinking it's love. It have you thinking you're friends. Or even all the above. I've been forgiving my foes. Truly I'm wishing them well. Switching my vibe up like clothes. The peace I have given them hell. Well,
I choose to be well. That's a statement.
the blood in the mud ain't that different.
That's a whole statement. Like, I choose to be well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people choose to not be well. Like,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
some people like, if I let this thing go, then what is left of me?
Word.
This is how everybody knows me, right? So I have to hold on to this thing. Why change? Because, it's like, because it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working for you. It's not working for anybody around you. But change is not a bad thing.
It's not.
You're not changing who you are. You're maturing and growing in you're going to be.
Yeah.
And that's why people be so scared and stuck. You know what I'm saying? And I think just to swivel right on into grief, like, people want to sit in it sometimes.
Yeah. It's comfortable.
Like, I don't want to be better. I'm mad. I'm this. Whatever the 7 stages are, I'm frustrated.
Yep.
But it's like, okay, do you want to feel better, or do you just want to be like this person, whatever the grief is, because grief comes in many, many forms.
Yeah.
It's not just always passing away. But I definitely brought the book with me, and I definitely wanted to read the very first page. Do you have it with you?
I do.
Okay, so because I don't want to. Yes, I love it. So she gave me and my siblings all one of these books, right? Aww. And I didn't get a chance to like look at it until I got home. But I still was like, like, oh, she gave me a gift. She thought about me. That was really sweet. But when I got home and I like looked at it, I didn't have her number. I had to inbox like, girl, thank you. Like, thank you. And when I tell you, I haven't even started it yet because I can't. Do you understand? That's why she laughing.
Yeah.
Because I can't start it yet. And it's not that I'm sitting in it. It's not that I want to. Like, you have to dig and answer this question. You have to be able to understand yourself. Yeah. She said, like, my love assessments. I've actually created like a gratitude and a self-love journal that I'm gonna have out. So I get it. But grief is different, and when you're sitting in it, that's why I said I don't want to get into it too much, because that's a whole damn show and I've been avoiding it. But I think that this is just dope all the way around the board, because for one, it could be good for men and women because it's for hip-hop lovers. And we all love hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to publicly thank you, because that was like really, really nice. And of course we need to know the backstory of how girl, how did this come together? Because once you read that first page, everybody gonna know what I'm talking about.
Word. Man, so just on the foundation of it, I've had some major losses. I had a stillborn son. My first love, one of my close friends, passed away. And then my best friend passed away. And so it was like, these are some of the closest, people to me. And I was like, I was in a state of like grief and just like in a haze of hurt for years. Just trying to drink it away and write it away, and all the cranes in the sky. And during COVID, after I had my son, I just I wanted to find other ways to be productive and be creative. And this book came about. I actually had another journal, affirmation journal, but I don't know, it wasn't resonating the way that grief was. And so just because we were in COVID, people are losing their jobs, losing their sense of self, not able to connect with their people. I just started recognizing different layers and kinds of grief. And so I wanted to address it and give people the opportunity to be guided through it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So we got comments in here, and they said, tell them what's the link so they can listen to all the songs.
Exactly.
Word. So I am on all platforms, Nakara Forge. The projects are called #Love Hangover and #Love Hangover 2. So whatever you listen to your music on, you should be able to find me.
Okay. So Albert said, I'm the love doctor. I'm confused at what he's talking about here. You may be the love doctor. He might be the love doctor, but I'm Mizz Love Doctor. So, it's only one of those.
That's it.
But, you let me know where you prescribing love. Maybe we can collaborate, Mr. Albert. Okay, so let's read the first page.
I'm excited.
All right.
I didn't get the book.
Girl.
Okay, so each prompt is themed by a hip hop artist, and I'll kind of show y'all the pictures.
Dope. Artistry.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
All right, so the quote is, "This can't be life. This can't be love. This can't be right. There's got to be more. This can't be us." And of course, that's Jay-Z. This can't be life. Day one, grieving the life you thought you would be living. We all had thoughts as children of the life we believed we would have as adults. 9 times out of 10, your current circumstances are far from that fantasy. It's okay to grieve the dreams that have not come true. Write about the life you had planned and make room for new dreams to manifest.
It's like, okay, go ahead, bust this thing wide on open, because you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like you finna sit down to write, but like when I sit down to write, like I have to be very intentional. Like I want to dig so deep. Like I know what my thoughts is, and I know what my dreams is, and I know what my goals is, and I know what I want to manifest. But it's like when it's time to put that pen to paper, you have to be intentional about exactly what you want, because if you're manifesting it and you're thinking about your whole life, like I just start going back down memory lane and didn't even get to write nothing down, because I start thinking, like, first thing first, people ask you, like, what you want to be when you grow up?
Yep.
And you be a kid and you be so excited. Nobody asks you that, like, after college or, you know what I'm saying, after high school. So you kind of lose sight of that, especially if you become a product of your environment. We talking about them ones. We ain't talking about the ones who stayed on that steady path or had somebody pushing them. We talking about us that was in the pond swimming, trying to figure it out, and somebody said it to me, and it just came out of my mouth, and I was like, what the hell happened to that? Before I knew it, I was like, I'm gonna deliver babies. I said that my whole entire childhood. I was definitely delivering babies. That was my goal. I'm like, what happened to that dream? Where did it go? But then I thought about it, like, it may not come the way you think it come, because now I'm a postpartum doula. Because I don't want to have nothing to do with the birth of the baby. I'm sorry. It's just my preference. I don't want to see, I'm an empath. So I don't want to see you in pain. I don't want to watch that process. I don't want to see, it's not that beautiful to me all the time. You know what I'm saying? So what I can do is help you put yourself in a healing position. So therefore you don't have a village, we become the village.
Yeah.
So your body organs can do whatever they need to do, and your membranes and your cells and your, you know what I'm saying? Everything is out of whack when you have a baby, and people don't understand that.
Yeah.
The healing process is very important. So I had to think about it one day, like, sometimes when you pay attention to your blessings, they do come back around, just don't look the way you thought it was going to look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay.
And your decisions, I also learned, can be based off of your traumas and your past, right? Your dreams. My only dream was to be a mom. I didn't think about nothing else. That was it. That was it. So now I'm like, now that you live life and you see what God has been able to give you and the gifts that he has, then it's like, well, shoot, is it okay for me to do that too?
Absolutely. Because God wouldn't give it to you if that was the case. We're not talking about what the other side. We talking about the blessings. We talking about our ancestors. We talking about people who are protecting us and guiding us, because you have this intuition for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, if we learn to like listen and pay attention to self, because self is all you got. So when people try to come for me and be like, oh, what kind of credentials you got to be a love doctor? Like, how are you fixing people's relationship?
yeah.
You ain't even married.
Paul.
That's cool. Because guess what? Like how you going to tell somebody how to be in a relationship? I'm not telling anybody anything. No. That's not what a coach does. I'm not telling you anything. I can help guide you to change your mindset about things, because I can guide you right now and let you know that my coaching is not about me telling people how to love somebody else. My coaching is only about telling them how to love themselves.
Come on, so they can attract the love that they desire.
So you can attract and you can love properly. You out here, like I said, you out here bleeding all over people. You think you got it all together, but at the end of the day, if you don't get that cut together, if you don't heal that wound,
you spewing it all. You bleeding on everybody else that you touch.
Everybody, and you don't even realize. Like, well, this bitch so nasty. She got an attitude all the time. Like, and I seen that in myself.
Yeah,
I didn't have an attitude, but I was such in a place that I didn't even know that I was existing at. I gained all this weight, you know what I'm saying? I was a whole different person. Like, y'all don't notice? Ain't nobody notice, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even notice until that day when I noticed. Like, hold up. Hold up, swole up. We got some healing to do. We got something to do, because this is not it. This is not our destiny. And I look at older pictures of me and be like, damn, what did I do to us? And it started with forgiveness. It started with an apology. From me to me. Like, bro, I am sorry.
That's not account.
I had us fucked up. Like, I am sorry. Do you forgive me?
Because we gotta get it together.
We gotta get it together quick, because baby, it's not healthy for you. You know, so when people basically try to say like, no, it's okay. Like you said, I might not be completely healed because trauma keeps happening. But you're saying like it's okay to still be somebody that helps heal others. You know, I'm still learning every single day, but I do want to teach others.
And that to me is what you should want to teach what you learn. You should want to be able to give that knowledge to somebody that didn't know, just like you didn't know.
Yeah. What you don't know, because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I made that up or if I heard that, but that is like the realest shit, because like, well, why didn't you ask me? How the hell will I know to ask you that? I don't even know about that.
Exactly.
So I've got this girl, she just that I work with, and she's pregnant, and she's like, I hope this ain't a dumb question. I'm like, girl, honey, God sent me you. I'm a whole ass postpartum doula. What do you want to know?
I know she probably felt
she was like, no, like she said she didn't want to, and I hope she, okay, I don't know if she listening, but it's not nothing personal, but she didn't want a baby shower. She didn't want nothing. She just, I said, let me tell you something. Life is about memories, and you need to make sure that you harp on any memory that you can have at this point, because you don't want to look back with any type of regrets, especially when it comes down to your child, to your seed. You know, I said, and I said, please tell me, because, you know, I'm upfront. Please tell me if you don't want me to be this happy, pushy person, because I'm going to come in here every single day. Like, you want some treats? Like, what the baby want? Like, what you want to do? Exactly. She was like, girl, please bring me some cheese. Why she showed me a whole picture? It was like roast, potatoes, carrots, cornbread, greens. I was like,
she wanted it all.
I haven't cooked like that, girl. I'm coming in there. I got a chicken salad. She was like, this stuff is too healthy for me. Like, I need you. And she showed me the picture. Can you make me this?
So
I'm like, that was very specific. I'm going to have to hook her up, huh? I'm going to have to hook her up.
That plate going to be good. Okay? Going to be good. Minneapolis people, Chicago, I just feel like
Midwest,
they do know how to cook from scratch. Okay, I'm a 30-minute meal or less, but I really like how she can cook, like from
she's so silly.
Flour with the whole little
she said the flour,
you know, with the measurements and all. I'm like,
yeah. So we got some comments in here. Tia said, what's the topic? We are talking about healing within from the deep end. We have a special guest of love, Miss Nakara Forget, and we're talking about her book, which is introduce it for me.
7-day grief journal for hip hop lovers. It's available on Amazon, so look it up.
Okay.
Yes, Amazon. And if y'all got Prime, it'll be here today.
Okay.
At least tomorrow. Especially if you got some stuff like serious business. Like if you are anybody out there is like dealing with something, like really consider dealing with it, you know. And even if you did start with this book, and like I said, grief comes in all different shapes, forms. It's not just death. It's breakup. It's a child. You know what I mean? Like it could be all kinds of things. It could be like, you know, death within your current relationships. Like, how do I get over this so that I can get over that? You know what I mean?
We
So
talk about all of that, all the different kinds of grief, for sure.
So we didn't say how the people could sign up. How can they sign up for Deep End Challenge?
So Deep End Challenge right now is only based in Minneapolis. I'm in the process of like licensing it so that it can be like utilized elsewhere. But yeah, right now it's just based in Minneapolis, and you can sign up through the Minneapolis Park Board.
Park Board? And what is that? Is that a website?
Yep. So it's just look up Minneapolis Park Board, and it's through the North Commons Park.
Okay. I might have to just come out there and just take it, fly out there and see what's
What is the
up.
challenge?
I'm going to do it.
So by the end of the challenge, you're able to swim in the deep end comfortably.
Oh, shoot. Oh, y'all putting us in the deep end.
In the deep end.
You should do it. But you deal with your trauma and everything else too.
In addition to it. So we start slow. We start, just learning how to float, getting comfortable in the water, getting comfortable with ourselves, getting comfortable with the other sisters in the group. It's gradual. And before you know it, you swimming. Like we have women who have not swam ever, scared of the water, swimming in the deep end. Hit me up talking about how they swimming in the ocean on their vacations.
Hello.
Like, yeah, it's legit.
You making moves around the world. That's because that's deep. Yeah. Like I said, because you in the hood, you be like, girl, we ain't have no pool, or you know what I mean? And then, they closed everything down when they brought the crack. So rec centers closed, and there was no more basketball courts. The skating rink closed. So a lot of people, they don't fool with no pool, especially no deep end. And I think for me, people think it's effective if like somebody just throws you in. Like it's going to teach you how to face your fears. It did the exact opposite for me.
That's traumatic.
Like, don't throw me in. And I was mad as hell, and I was ready to fight. So the whole swimming portion of it, I missed that.
That's how a lot of black kids learn how to swim, or don't learn how to swim, right? Become traumatized by water. Somebody throwing them in the water thinking like, oh, you're going to figure it out. And that's really how we deal with black youth in general. That's problematic.
And throw them into it. And it's like, it didn't work for you. You know it didn't work for you. So why would you...
waiting the same shit.
Yes. When are we going to break the cycle? At some point, it has to be broken.
It does.
Serious. So what else do the people need to know about Miss Nakara?
So outside of the Deep End Challenge, I also facilitate workshops that just deal with the mental, emotional aspect. So we can do Deep End without the pool if you needed to. You know what I mean? There's just so much that we can talk through. Just cultivating sisterhood is really important to me and my brand. So that's something that I do as well, facilitating workshops outside of that. I curate events. I've been working on this project called Midwest Curated. That really encourages artists from the Midwest to collaborate, visit each other's cities, perform in each other's cities. So I curated my first event in Milwaukee, and I brought artists from Chicago, Minneapolis, and of course Milwaukee, and we had a dope showcase. So I look forward to doing that elsewhere.
Is there a video?
Yes, I'll send you some. It was fire.
Okay. I can imagine. I seen the flyers and stuff, so it looked like it was gonna be dope.
Yeah. So really getting into my curator bag. I love putting together events, creating vibes and experiences for people, and just getting outside of Minnesota, doing that wherever I can. So I would love to come put something together in Vegas. That'll be fun.
What's up? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk. We can collaborate a couple things I thought about too.
Yeah, because our season is up.
Yeah, because I'm trying to act up all Capricorn season.
Okay.
We should have waited and had you on there. We should have had a whole Capricorn board on here.
I mean, y'all can have me back.
Yeah, definitely. We could, because we could really dig into some deep stuff. Because I want to talk about love for real next time.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm actually working on an album with my partner called Queen and Slim, and we really navigate the different aspects of love. So I'm excited for that. So when I come back, I'll have some music for y'all from that project.
Some new hot shit.
Yeah.
Some new hot shit.
Real hot.
So, what else? Let's just see if we got any more comments. What's up, Miranda? We got Built Differently. What's their name? What's your name? I know Built Differently isn't your name, but you be tuning in and I be wanting to shout you out. So I want to make sure I know who we talking to. She said if each one will teach one, and then we all will learn. That's just all it is.
Oh, hey, Tanisha.
You know, like people thinking holding information or talking about things is so taboo. But I love the fact that like me and my siblings or my friends, like we talk about like real life things, like you know, you get gray hair on your coochie, you know, like it's stuff you gotta talk about.
I love.
Like you have to have these kind of conversations, but it's not like, oh my God, like you trying to, you know what I mean? But if I got something going on and I need to know about it, you might have the answer.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah. Or you might be doing some type of self-care regimen that may be beneficial for me too, to help me to elevate. Then I'm like, okay, so I learned how to, you know, and now we taking great care of ourselves.
3 years since I've been here. I manifested it, but I didn't know it was coming through the way that it was. And I am just so excited that, like, you know, my village, the people that I rock with, that like you should want people that motivate you. You should want to be around people that inspire you. It should never be hate. It should never be, you know, like I don't know. That's the sisterhood that I've always wanted to have. And I never really hung around girls. I hung around guys more just because they were easier to talk to. But it's like now that you have girls that will tell you, hey, I didn't like when you did this.
Cash says, be like, sister, look right here.
Like, no,
right here.
No, I learned how to do like.
Look up under here.
I've learned a few little things, so I ain't even.
I mean,
but I really appreciate that even when a girl code is broken, this group was no, hey, I ain't like when you did that. Like this is how, you understand? Like they not gonna talk shit about you. They gonna talk shit about you like to you.
To you.
They're gonna check you. Yeah. And it edifies you. That's how iron sharpens iron.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I got some irons motherfuckers up in here that be sharpening in the, you know. Cash is one of them. Hey, Cash.
I appreciate that. Okay, so her name is Tanisha. Hi, Tanisha. I appreciate you tuning in, though.
Elementary school.
So we're going to shine a little light on the sponsor of the show today. But before I do, you ain't got nothing to say?
I just feel like I really appreciate all the information that you were given. That you gave us. I really am going to enjoy reading because I do love hip hop. So when I'm able to, like, you know, it resonates with me different. Like songs will make me feel, movies will make me feel a certain type of way. So because you related it in that way, to me, I'm able to like understand it and express my feelings a little bit better. So I appreciate you, my Capricorn sister, coming up in here, you know, feeding us, you know.
It's
food.
a nation. It's a nation of us. They don't understand. They don't understand what it is.
I didn't understand we were the men.
But when you were saying that, you made me think about the fact that writing it down, sometimes when you can't verbally express yourself in an effective way, and you can put it to the pen and paper, and either people can see it or they don't have to see it.
Yep.
This could be your thing for you to express yourself the way you want to, raw and authentically. Like, this is how I feel. Like, no matter who feelings can get hurt. If they pick up that book, that's their business.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because you snooping at this point. Like, if I open it up and say, here, you know, I'm grieving and this is what I'm writing and I would like to share it with you.
Yeah.
But a grief journal, like, that's you, because you got to dig. You got to dig deep.
You have to, and I'm still figuring out how to just write that stuff down. So if it's already questions that's going to help you understand that.
Prompting questions.
It's going to be like, shit. That's why I said, it's like, you got to sit down and do her love assessment. You're going to have to sit down and do your, you know.
Well, when you going to sit down and do it? I'm tired of you.
I mean, it's like,
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
You want to be a contestant? You got all those rapper friends. We need some single guys. You know I'm going to have an influx of women, but we need some men. And I'm learning that the men is fake single out here. They single.
Men do be fake single.
They single to everybody, but they not single enough to be single in public.
And that's so trifling. I got some guys for you, though. I'm in an artist collective, and all the guys are single except my man. So I'm going to send my brothers to you.
Okay. So and you got a bae, so we need to do the exotic date night virtually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Y'all just gotta show up.
That's it. Okay, we down.
Okay. Oh, this gonna be so fun. I'm gonna have to send you a little package, a little kit.
Cool.
I got something. It's gonna be lit. So we're going to shine a little light on the sponsors of today, which is Keys Royalty House of Love. Love is the key. My company is a love service-based company. When we go to pop-ups, they're like, come on, let's go to a pop-up. I be like, going because, I'm all about the support and everything. But let me stop saying that. But I don't have a product to sell.
You do.
I have a service I sell. Yeah. I do have product, but I don't have it with me. I have a service. My passion is my service that I sell. So I have to talk to people.
Yep.
But the crazy part is they be coming to talk to me.
No matter where we go, people will stop and just to talk to her.
That's why you are who you are. Mm-hmm. Like it's a calling, it's a light, and people see that.
This lady, she came, she's just standing next to me. You feel somebody next to you. So I kind of glanced. And then she looked closer. I'm like, what's this lady doing? And then, eventually she was like, can I talk to you? I was just like, yes. But what she said threw me through a loop because when she came with her message, she said it was from God. Mm. And what I heard, I don't think it was ungodly. You know how some people could just say some things to you, and you're like, girl, get your crazy ass up out of here. You know what I mean? But what she said to me, she wouldn't have known to say that stuff to me. She didn't know me.
Wow.
And when it be stuff like that, I cannot remember what they said, but I know how it made me feel. Mm-hmm. And those people come and talk to me too. So it just be like, people talk to me randomly. I was at the bank and I was like, how you doing? She said, oh gosh, can I talk to you? Both my cats died. And I was like, wait, how do we get here?
My mama call it the Lucy booth.
The Lucy booth?
Uh-huh.
What's that?
You ever watch, what is it? The Peanuts, the Charlie Brown?
And she
had the booth 5 cents to talk to me.
Yes, I like some Lucy. I like me some I Love Lucy. But yeah, so that's how that came about, being a restoration life coach, an essential relationship coach, a postpartum doula, a marriage officiant, which I love to do. I got a wedding coming up. And I love when they do my love assessments because I have a completely different one for my couples. But I love when they do it. When they tell me they love story.
Hell of some vow. Some vows, she'll have you in there crying. And be like, so this is the type of love that you want to have when you're saying I do to somebody. Yep, what you she is a master. At saying
that one lady was like, she was like, words, ooh, bro. She had to pound. She was like, ooh, you killed it on the vows. Either you could pay me to create your own love vows from your words, or I'll write my own. But my own is,
they be having you if you really feel that about your man, and if you didn't, he gonna still want to marry you.
I know, but that's really why I have people do a love assessment, so I can get a sense of are they really in love like this, or because I don't want to be in there and the people that they family and friends in the crowd what? This is not them. She wrote these. How you in the moon, the stars, and all of that. And they be like, girl, please, we just trying to get this over with because we got pregnant, or whatever, You talking about we in love, girl, you wildin'. But thank you so much for being our guest. And we definitely gonna have you back. We're gonna put some stuff together and we gonna get some promoting going, and you gonna send me some guys and we gonna have an erotic day night. And Capricorn season is coming. It's just it's a feeling. It's about to go down. I told her we gonna
start acting up right now.
But that's why I said we gotta clown. We gonna start clowning right now.
We are.
It's a thing. It's a given.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for tuning in to Let's Talk Love. Make sure y'all tap in every week, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. right here on the Sizzling and Lovely Hot 702.5. If you guys have any topics that you would like to talk about that matters to your hearts, make sure you contact us, inbox us, hit us up, comment on this post. Let us know what you want to talk about because your heart matters to us as well. So everybody have a good week. Choose to be well. Choose to be great. Choose to be happy.
That's it.
All
And
right.
follow me on Instagram, NAKARAFORJE.
All right. Write it in the comments too, love.
Yep.
All right.
All
Smooches.
right, smooches.
Michelle.
I'm like, I think we a little